All right, now as we move into our final quarterfinal, it's going down between Team Kron representing Slovenia against Team Novi Sad of UAE by way of Serbia. Novi Sad coming in as the #2 team from Pool A after suffering their first loss on the World Tour this year. Of course, you do not see the #1 player in the world, Dusan Bullet, out there with his squad. There's his replacement, Pavlovic. Dusan injured his ankle in practice prior to this tournament. He will not be available here in Lausanne. He will not be available in Debrecen. And we've seen, I guess, a little bit of the chinks in the armor on this Novi Sad team without him. Let's get a look at the rosters. In Kron, they look like this. Boris Jersen, Minsud Julovic, Jasmin Perkovic, and Sinisa Stemberger. Stemberger probably the X factor for this team. We'll see how he plays. Novi Sad without Dusan Bullet, led by Dejan Majsorovic, a.k.a. the Maestro, Nikola Pavlovic, Marko Savic, and Marko Zero. Pavlovic actually led Novi Sad in scoring through pool play with 15 points. Maestro right behind him with 10, followed by Marko Savic with 6 and Zero right there with 5 points. I should mention that this is Marko Zero's first World Tour action this year. He's been out with an ankle injury himself, so the Novi Sad can't win for losing in the injury on the injury front, but they have done nothing but win so far on the World Tour. Their previous 2 World Tours, they came out with $20,000. So we saw them win in Prague a few weeks back. Before that was Utsunomiya. But they did lose in the pool phase here yesterday to Team Lausanne, who have moved on to the semifinals. You wonder which kind of Novi Sad team we're going to see. The dominant squad that started yesterday with a dominant win over Paida, or the team that we saw slip up and suffer a 3-point loss to Lausanne. Meantime, Kron, they ain't no pushovers, they ain't no punks. They come into today 2-0, kind of just roll right through the competition. They got some ballers on this team. You know what you're going to get from Minsud Julovic every single time. He's consistent. You got the big man, Perkovic, who can step out and shoot that thing. There's no quitting this team. You know, that's one of the biggest things I've taken away from Kron. And a lot of teams that you'll see fielded out of Slovenia, they play with a certain level of intensity. They may not be matched up talent-wise all the time, but they play hard every time. So Kron on the board to get this thing started. 15 seconds into this one. I would say that Julovic looks pretty focused, wouldn't you? He's got his team off to a drawing first blood. Perkovic hands it off, gets it back. He's working on Sub-Zero here. Big man showing some nice touch underneath. So Novi Sad, normally they dissect teams with their ability to pass, and they got capable shooters all around the court. Savage a little quiet on the scoring front yesterday with just 6 points. The Maestro missing the wide open look from 2 range. So Novi Sad looks to make it 3 World Tour wins in a row. World Tour champs twice already. World Cup champs this year is Team Serbia. Got 11 wins on the World Tour. If you're looking to find a resume that stacks up to theirs, you won't. Their resume is longer than the line of the DMV. But the thing about resumes is paper doesn't always translate to the floor, and your past accomplishments don't matter right now with 8:50 on the clock. What have you done for me lately? Pavlovic misses point blank range. He's been a super sub, I guess you could say. I mean, he stepped in when they needed him, and the boy is balled, y'all. Pavlovic got much game, much game. I got a lot of respect for him. Novi Sad, though, still yet to score here in the first minute and a half of this game as they look to lock down a spot in the semifinals and meet up with Team Riga. Jerson Johnny on the spot. He gets the score. It's one of those things about Jerson, man. He's one of those dudes that he's always there to make a play when Kron needs him to make a play. He does not stray away from the big moments. Sub-Zero going to the spin move. Missed the crib, though. Savage saves it to the wrong squad. Perkovic, nope. And that's hit out of bounds. Stemberger got a hand on it. Meantime, the scoring for Team Kron, that's well balanced. Julovic the leading scorer with 11 out of pool play. Sub-Zero off the mark. Now he's trying to D up. Perkovic, open sesame. Access denied on that too. With the rebound and the score, Julovic, Mr. Consistent. Maestro off the mark on the stroke. So 7:20 or so on the clock, and it's a 4-0 game. Kron in front, looking for more, and shot clock violation. Perkovic and Jerson having a couple of words. Felt like they could have got a better look on that possession. Hard to argue with that. You won't get a better look than that, Sub-Zero. And he's his nickname from beyond the arc. Good thing for him. Savage was there to recover it and score it. Zero, a defensive specialist. He usually can knock him down open, but he's still kind of working his way back into this thing. 5-2. Kron in front. First foul of the game, TV timeout. Novi Sad trying to shake off the loss of the #1 player in the world, Dusan Bullet, and shake off the loss in pool play to Team Lausanne. These two teams, no strangers to each other. Novi Sad undefeated in their 2 meetings. In 2015 at the Abu Dhabi final, it was Novi Sad Al-Wada getting the dub and reigning above everybody that year. And it was at the Abu Dhabi final in 2016. It was the quarterfinals where they got past Kron for their 2nd win in the matchup. Meantime, it's Julovic, easy breezy underneath. 6-2 game. Novi Sad has lacked some of that punch that you normally see him have that comes from Dusan Bullet. Pavlovic, soft like terry cloth on the fadeaway. 4-point lead for Kron. Julovic looking for some more. D'd up though by Pavlovic, comes down with the board, kicked out to Savage. Savage straight on to And they're gonna need some offense from Marco. I think if Novi Sad hopes to not only move on, but have a chance to really win this thing. And listen, Savage is a very capable scorer. I mean, he's capable of giving you double digits. Just had trouble kind of finding the stroke so far out here in Lausanne. He's gonna rest up as Novi Sad looks at a 4-point lead. And what you're seeing now from Team Kron is it's no mistake that they're leaving Zero open from 2 range because they want to force him to beat them. And that's going to make their case even harder as Jerson gets to the cup plus the foul, chance for a 2-point play. So not only is Novi Sad a little bit out of sync offensively, they're step slow on the defensive end too. It's just something you don't see very often. That's because they don't often have to play without Dusan Bullet. He's not the end-all, be-all for Novi Sad. And besides what he brings in terms of his scoring and his defense, it's that leadership, it's that fire that only your leader can give you that I think that Novi Sad's missing a little bit here. So 8-3 where it stands right now, 5:34 on the clock. Kron is pretty much done what they've wanted to this point. They're looking for a little bit of revenge. And no better time to try to get it than now with a spot in the semifinals on the line. So Jerson off the mark on the shot. That's not his strength. So he's going to check out. Shout out to Coach Matich. Matich, what up? Representing Slovenia out here watching the action this weekend. Always good talking basketball with him. There's a little give and go. That's Novi Sad out wide our basketball right there. 8-4 now. Julovic going to work on Pavlovic. Probably should have shot it. Instead, he steps out behind the two-line, and maybe that was the better decision. Maybe the announcer should shut up for a second. Julovic got that one to rattle in, and it's a 6-point lead for Kron. They know, they know, they know. And the Maestro score on the inside. Still a 5-point cushion though for Kron. Past the midway mark, 4:30. Approaching the 4:30 mark. Jerson, oh, he dropped Sub-Zero off like he was Scorpion or something in a Mortal Kombat battle. Another look at it. He can taste the leather. Pavlovic spinning over his right shoulder, couldn't convert. Now he's going to try the two-piece. Comes up empty. Julovic to Jerson. Deep ball from the big man. Perkovic couldn't connect. And Julovic couldn't do it either. Good to block underneath. Savage with the heady defense. Let's see what they can do on offense now. 12-5. Novi Sad with an uphill climb here with about 3:50 to play. Jerson ties it up. And that possession's going to go over to Kron. You know the rules. Each jump ball is going to be awarded to the defense. So after a TV timeout, Kron's going to get it back. And look at the defense. Jerson on Pavlovic like white on rice. $20,000 on the line out here in Lausanne, in case you didn't know. Somebody's going for that bag. Who's going to get it? Automatic spot in the Beijing World Tour Final at stake as well. Novi Sad's already locked that down. They qualify for every Masters this year, by the way. So they got the spot in the World Tour Final. But they want to continue to add to that bank account. So 3 fouls on Novi Sad, 2 on Kron. Approaching 3:40 in this one. Pull up J, short. That foul is going to be called on the floor, I believe on Marco Savage. So team foul number 4 on Novi Sad. Julovic trying to set something up. No matter what the situation is, Julovic never looks rattled. He always has the same expression. He's like a statue. Picks up the foul on that play. Another look. Sub-Zero going behind the back. We might have had a top fiver there had Julovic not committed that foul, but he's not here to help me get any top fives. He's here to win. He just got splashed that time, though. 5-point game, 12-7. Plenty of time. No answer from Kron, although that went in and out. Pavlovic no go. With Perkovic couldn't hold on to it. Back to Novi Sad. 4 fouls now on Kron to match Novi Sad's 4. Another look. And yep, Julovic with the hip check. He knew it. So under 3 minutes to go in this one. Savage. Oh, point blank miss. And yeah, Novi Sad, it's not the same feel. Savage, quick pass down low to the Maestro. His team within 4. It's a 2-possession game. It's the #1 team in the world still now. A 4-point game isn't anything they haven't seen before. And it isn't too tough of a task for the #1 team to overcome. With 2:30 to play, just so far, Kron has put their imprint on the game more so than Novi Sad, I would say. Maestro, left to the rim. No string music. Perkovic can't score. And how about the finish right there from the Maestro? That was 4 tough. (12-9). Although Novi Sad just picked up their 5th foul, they're 2 away from the penalty. Another look at the finish from the Maestro. So he gets a breather here. MVP of the Utsunomiya Masters. Former #1 in the world. They need him to come up big. Speaking of big, how about that finish underneath from Yersin? Sub-Zero. He draws the foul. He's going to shoot 1. 1:51 on the game clock. And a 4-point lead for Kron right now. Zero. Long on the free throw. So Stenberger skies to get the rebound. Stenberger's been relatively quiet here in this game. He hadn't had to do a whole lot. Julovic has done most of the damage, at least offensively. Well, Perkovic has certainly gotten a taste too. Stenberger pull up, D'd up, Novi Sad rock. Minute 35, 5 fouls apiece, 13-9, Kron in front. Maestro, beautiful decision. Makes it a 3-point game. So with some smart play on offense and defense here, this final minute and 26, Novi Sad could certainly turn the tide here. I think it's all going to be determined on how aggressive Kron is. You're going to play to win or play not to lose. We're about to see. Stenberger. Couldn't get the shot up in time. Shot clock violation. It's a packed house too, by the way. Here in the center of the Olympic capital, Lausanne. The district of Flan. Pavlovic wide open. Too long on the 2. And here's Mr. String Music. I'm starting to hear a faint song. String Music gets Novi Sad within 1. So 50 seconds left. Another look at the two-piece from the wing from the Maestro. And all of a sudden, things have gotten very interesting. Perkovic, he takes the feed, and he misses the crib. That could cost Kron here. With 38 seconds left, this is anybody's game. Novi Sad a foul away from being in the penalty, though. That's something else to keep an eye on here in these final 38 seconds. Kron not too far out with 5 fouls themselves. They got to D up on this possession. 5 on the shot clock. Maestro, quick move. Right past Perkovic to even things up at 13 all. Julovic out to Perkovic. Perkovic tried to feed it down to Julovic. Probably should have took the shot. Julovic wasn't ready for it. 17 seconds remaining. 13 up. Can the number one complete the comeback and the win and move into the semis for a rematch with Team Riga? Shot clock violation. Timeout, Novi Sad Awada. 15 seconds left. All even. It's anybody's game. Novi Sad's kind of been sluggish throughout this game. They've managed to put a few plays together here in the past couple of minutes that have pulled them back in it. Maestro hitting a big 2 to even things up. And they got as good of a chance now as Kron to win this, who had been in control of this game from the beginning and came apart here a little bit in the past couple of minutes. So we'll see how these last 15 seconds play out. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Julovic with some aggressive defense on Savage here at the top of the key. Now Savage past Julovic over to the Maestro. Maestro puts one up. Can't put one down, but the tip underneath from the Serbian surgeon. This for the win. It's not going to happen. Novi Sad Awada says, oh, we ain't done yet. Oh, we ain't done yet. The top team in the world. I don't know how in the world they managed to come back and get a win in that one, but they made plays when they had to stay alive here in Lausanne, and they're on into the semifinals to meet Team Riga. Another look at the winning tip. The first tip by Savage, short, but he stayed with it, and his team is sure glad that he did, because Novi Sad gets into the semifinals by the slimmest of margins. 14-13, the final, as they pull off the comeback without the number one player in the world, Dusan Bullet, who's watching from back home. What up, Dusan? Wow. So what a game to cap our quarterfinals here in Lausanne. Now as we get set to continue the day and get ready for not only the semifinals, but also our slam dunk contest, our two-point shootout. We've had all kinds of good stuff going on out here in Lausanne. Did y'all see the dance contest yesterday? I thought that was pretty dope. Some of the best B-boys around. So as they get set up for our two-point shootout final, take a look at the highlights in this one and kind of how this game went down. Yersin with the score on the inside. I mentioned how effective Julovic was, especially early on in this game. It's a big reason why Kron was able to jump out to that early commanding lead. But you saw Novi Sad just kind of stay with it. Certainly out of sync. But they found a way to make plays. And they never hung their head. They believed they could come back and do it. And thanks in large part to the Maestro, they were able to. Yersin from the logo on that one with Sub-Zero guarding him. Pavlovic with a key two-pointer there. Savage with the heads-up pass to the Maestro. Yersin at this point was still probably feeling pretty confident that his team was going to win it. But again, Maestro, former world #1, with some timely buckets down the stretch. This two-piece here tied it all at 13 apiece. And then Maestro with the drive. Ulovic like, man, we can't let this slip through our fingers. And thanks to that tip right there, that's exactly what they did. So Marco Savage missed on the first attempt, stayed with it on the second, and that proved to be all that Novi Sad needed to lock down a spot in the semifinals.